In midweek, can you sort of sum up the morale of the camp after that win?
Well, I think obviously after the performance and the result, it was an excellent performance, and obviously we're coming today, the boys have given a big lift and one that we needed.
It's the first of 5 home games in a row. Just how important is it to generate that momentum at this stage of the season with the playoffs in touching distance?
Well, I think obviously first and foremost, as I said after Tuesday night, it was vital that, you know, when we played at home on Tuesday, it was key that we had a good performance. Obviously you can't always affect the result, but the result we got gave us a big lift, and we take that into Saturday, and like I say, it gives us a chance to get some momentum back and try and claw back the points on the teams above us.
It's not been ideal with all the postponements, clearly, but with 5 games at home in a row, you've won the first one. How important can home form be to your attempts to get into the playoffs?
Well, I think anyone that is successful in any league will predominantly rely on their home form. And I said it and I say it again, not many teams have played 9 of their last 11 games away. So everyone's been critical of my team and kept saying we haven't done this and we haven't done that and we've dropped off here and we dropped off there. Let's see after the next 5 where we are. And then if we are in a position, then we can see that we've got a real good chance of gaining back-to-back promotion. But obviously our home form has been fantastic up to now, and we want to try and continue that on Saturday.
And on the subject of back-to-back promotions, can you take anything from last season where there was a similar rush towards the end of the season at the table?
Well, we have to. I think there was a lot against us last season, and there's been a huge amount this season, only with the postponements and the elements of the weather, but obviously we've been missing some real key players throughout the season. But what we have now is we have most of them players back now, and the squad is the healthiest it's been all year. So that's exciting. I think that's give everyone a big boost. Certainly the players that have been fit, because I think we need some of them key figures. And we've only got 3 players missing now in Lenny, Jamie and Azza, which are all progressing nicely. And if we can keep everyone fit now, then obviously it's a tough task with 9 games in March. But it's a challenge that's in front of us. And last year when sort of obstacles were put in our way, we rose to the challenge and overcome them. So again, that's got to be try and be our task for this season.
Speaking of obstacles and injuries, you said that most teams at any level in the world have struggled to deal with the injuries that you've had to deal with. Is the players' mental steel pleased you in recent weeks?
I think as all season, I think when we have lost key players, that the players that have stepped in have been fantastic. I think one that would stand out is Robbie Wilmot's form this season. I think he's played over 30 games this season. And he and me would probably think that would have been unlikely at the start of the season, but credit to him, he's seized on his opportunity, and he's been excellent this season. So I think long term, what this season will do is make us a lot stronger. It's made maybe our squad players become first team players and grow up and gain invaluable experience. There's been a lot of positives to have come out of this season, although there has been some tough times.
Cheltenham next, they're having a bit of a tough time. They haven't won since Boxing Day. What kind of a challenge do you expect from them?
Well, tough. Know ourselves. That we've been on a run of late where we haven't been able to gain a victory. But they've had a few draws in there at some tough places. I think like when we went there, it was a tough game. Hopefully the crowd will turn up again and in their numbers and give us that special vocal support that they did on Tuesday night, because I think we're going to need that more than we did Tuesday, because it's not as high profile game, but we need to make sure that, as we said before, that we keep the home form running. We keep trying to churn out performances, and it'll be a tough game, as every game we've played in this level this season.
And Wimbledon on Tuesday as well, a team in a similar part of the table to Cheltenham. How big could this be to your hopes of gaining promotion?
Well, I think we've obviously got to concentrate solely on Cheltenham, and then once we get that out of the way, we can look at the next one after that. But you know, the good thing is that we know where we're playing, we know we're at home, we know that you know, we've made Rodney Parade a fortress since we've been there, and that's our aim, is to try and maintain that and continue that for the next few games coming.
How did the pitch play out?
I've got a few tired legs out there this morning. It is heavy. I think the advantage for us now is, you know, we are going to have a lot of games in quick succession there, so we should be able to adapt perhaps quicker than the opposition. But it is tough. I mean, not all of it. I think the top end will play as good as any pitch in the division right now. But you know, there's a few tired legs out there from running in the sandpit.
Is it tough for the keeper as well, because it's pretty much that one end?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, and obviously, I think where it's rolled first time, if you, I think it is what it is. You've got to go and play it here. But yeah, no, it's tough. But you know, like I say, I think we've got to try and use it to our advantage. That we're fully aware of the position of the pitch, and we've just got to try and get on with it.
Played there, well, about minutes and injuries. Did they come through unscathed?
Yeah, they did. I think Byron's a little bit stiff this morning. Did majority of the training, but you know, Zeba's amazed me really. I mean, he was tireless. I mean, I think he's done probably a little bit more running than Byron, but you know, he's come in, he's trained fully this morning, and he's had no effects. So really pleased with that. Same with Ishmael. You know, he's come in this morning, and he's had no problems. So as I say, it's you know, we're really pleased that the squad is getting back to full fitness. You know, I think you know, we talk about hitting the ground running. I think Adam Roach ain't know what way to turn over the last couple of months, but credit to him, he's worked tirelessly with the players, and you know, we're starting to reap the rewards, and hopefully at the sort of crucial time of the season. Yeah, this is one more, and then obviously comes back into for Tuesday. Yeah, no, Flinny's fit. I said, like, you know, it's tough, you know, and decisions have to be made now, and like I said to the players, you know, we've got players that are not even making the bench now that, you know, are good players. So, you know, if anyone comes off it and doesn't perform, then I know there's people waiting in the wings now. Whereas, you know, that wasn't the case for the majority of the season.
Is Aaron O'Connor ready now?
No, he's progressing. I mean, he's out, he's doing his running, and he's doing ball work, but I would think that he'll probably be back in training next week. And, you know, it's a case of you know, they are fit boys. You know, we've seen with Byron and Zabrowski and Sandell that when they have got themselves back into training, they've been able to come in and pick the pace up pretty well. So, you know, we're hopeful that'll be the same with Aaron. Really.
You say he's back in training. Would you be looking maybe the next weekend then?
Probably not. Probably the week after that.
Yeah. And you spoke about the fans. I mean, was it 5 games coming up at home? I suppose you want the support, but it's difficult for fans, and particularly nowadays. It's an expense as well, isn't it? You sort of put your hand in your pocket.
Well, it's you know, it's a financial difficulty. I know that it's half term for children next week, which is extra costs for families. But you know, we just got to try and continue to put on performances like we did on Tuesday, and hopefully we try and stretch them that little bit further to come and maybe able to take all 5 games in the next coming weeks. But I fully appreciate of the difficulties for people to try and, you know, attend all 5 games. It's going to be difficult, but you know, we've got to just try and keep that momentum going, and that vocal support, and whoever does come, get behind the team and try and, you know, get us back in that pack really.
Save up for Wembley as well.
A word on the opposition. Cheltenham have got Jamie Kiraton on their books. Just celebrated 2 decades of league football. At 38 years old, how do you rate him as a threat to your side on the weekend?
I think every player, anyone we come against is a threat. I think we've gone up to a new level, and I think we find that the standard of football has been a step up. But you know, it's a credit to himself to be able to play as long as he has and keep yourself in the condition he has and score the amount of goals. So fully aware of his experience and his quality that he brings to Cheltenham, but you know, it's about us on the day, and that's what we'll concentrate on. All right, guys. Cheers.